What's up, iZombie fans? Tonight, the season finale. So let's get to it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, the 90s. Doesn't it make you think of the 90s / early 2000s?
I was in the middle of Instagramming when this started just now, and it like terrified me when the music came on. So for all of you who saw that facial reaction, I'm sorry.
Why did it terrify you?
Because I was like really in the
When I
zone.
hear this
and I was
music,
like,
I don't think horror.
She's been scared all night. She's been jumping around.
for real.
I mean, that's 2 hours of just intense television we just watched. What's up, everyone? iZombie finale. We've got Deadbeat. We've got Salivation Army. Back-to-back episodes tonight. No cases. Just straight up
Thank God
zombie
for us.
action.
For real.
Yeah,
Because-
if there was a case, like,
Yeah.
Speak quite
Too much
honest.
info.
I don't think I ever need a case again.
no.
No.
Never.
And so much
Never.
went on tonight. How on earth could that even happen? Like, too much
Yeah.
was going on.
Yeah.
No case could be covered tonight.
Yeah.
It just couldn't happen.
2 hours of TV, and then we get, roughly an hour to talk about it. So we're going to be talking about it even afterwards on Twitter and everything.
Yes.
Plenty of that. Long into the night you can discuss with us, but right now we're live.
And please join us in the chat room. We've got it
Yes.
open, and we want to hear all of your thoughts and
Yeah, she has
feelings.
her computer from the future.
Well,
We're ready.
Jared thinks it's from the future. I think it might just be regular,
Well, it
but
just looks cool. It's got like the
Well,
green
thank you.
keyboard.
oh, because this part.
Yes.
yeah,
I love
and
that.
all the padding too. Lots of
okay.
padding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a
I'm
high-tech
a
computer.
traveling lady. I need my technology protected.
So if Dustin Bradley or Florina Radu have one of these contraptions at home, where can they find each and every one of you on social media?
Ooh.
You like
Because we're
that?
from the future.
I know.
You like that?
That was great. I liked that.
Yes, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram at dmurph625.
And you all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
And I'm Blake V. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
And I'm Jared Gilkerson. It's at Gilkerson Radio on Twitter, and now I'm watching myself on the live feed. It's
Isn't it
lovely.
good?
Isn't
Very
that so much
distracting.
fun?
I'm very distracted. Yeah, I went with the hat tonight. We gotta hide the bad hair.
Are you now concerned of how you look? Because you
No,
can
I
see
know
yourself?
I look great. Unlike our friend Drake, we'll get to that. Do we have any shout-outs this week?
Oh my gosh, we have a lot. We have
So
a lot
many.
of Tweeterville ones. Not
Let's
as
get
many
the
YouTube.
shout-outs.
Yes.
But all of our favorites came back, of course. So we have Christopher Not Walkin', The Storm Within, Sandwich of Destiny, Florina Radu, Kimmy Lizzie, Mr. Style 90, Tom Valentin. I'm assuming it's Valentin, right? Not Valentine. You tell me, sir.
I kind of like Valentine.
I know, but
do
there's no
too,
E at the
but-
end.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
let me
probably.
know.
Valentine?
Tom Valentin John, Justin Bradley. We'll see you soon, man. Tennessee and Hale and Brandy Bachelor. And then for the tube, we have Callum Crystal, Ross Wilson. Thanks so much, man, for what you said. I appreciate that. Baser Kin, Damage Silver, R. Hernandez 720, and Stephen Atkins, better known as Cinnamon Titus.
I like it.
Ooh.
I liked that
Sounds
stripper
painful.
name, man. That was his stripper name.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Sounds painful.
It just sounds...
I'm sorry, that's really funny to
Yeah.
me.
Ouch, the cinnamon titus.
Ah.
Got me.
I got a bit of the
Got me
cinnamon
down.
titus. I think some of that cinnamon titus.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Great, great, great. That's all.
We have,
Thanks, guys.
we have
Nice.
so many comments in
I
this
know.
chat room,
the
by
chat
the way.
room's going nuts right now.
Going nuts. Okay, everybody loved the episode. We have Lou 2005 says the best finale ever in the history of finales. I added that last part, but I imagine they'd
Yeah, come on,
agree.
stop lying. Get a better haircut, Jared. No, wait, no one said
Yep.
that yet.
I
so,
see that one
okay.
too. A lot of people are saying poor Liv,
Yeah.
poor Drake.
Yeah.
That was really
It
very,
was really sad.
Yeah.
very sad. Okay, this was one of my favorite parts. Red Glitter Fun says that she loved the Shining reference.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah. Heroes
Oh, my
Fans.
God.
When Drake was breaking, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Major was breaking through the elevator doors with the axe.
How did you
Here's
not love
Major.
I
that?
wanted to ask everyone before we dive in. Do you think you'd be that comical and like have a movie quote ready to go if your
No.
life was in danger?
Yes.
No.
And then what would,
Yes.
that's a question I want to ask the fans as well. Like, what if you were in an actual danger? What movie would you be quoting from? Like, is there a movie that you go, I gotta use that, from an action
Actual
movie?
danger.
I
Yeah,
feel like
think about it. Let it marinate. We can come back to it.
Okay. That's a tough one.
And I want to ask the fans too. So if you had to pick a movie to quote a badass line, much like our friend Major, what would you choose?
Give us a scenario that you're in. Because there's so many different movies, man.
Thank you.
See,
God.
James is very well
I feel like it'd
prepared.
be a
He'd
nice
have a comment
mix.
for everything.
Yeah.
Right? Of some like classics, maybe some Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Maybe there'd probably be some Scream drop-ins somewhere because they're always making fun of themselves.
Yeah, something where your life is in danger. So pull from. There were a lot of quotes tonight. Holy moly!
Yeah.
Like Saving Private Ryan. There was.
I've never.
Yeah, the whole thing when he's like.
Nobody needs to know that.
What's he tell him at the? He tells Major too. It's the last quote in Saving Private Ryan. He says, "Earn it."
Oh.
So where Tom Hanks is dying, but Tom Hanks didn't die in iZombie because he's not in iZombie. So should we dive in?
And also thanks for ruining the ending because I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, the movie is 18 years old.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my fault.
Much like Varsity Blues, which we need to revisit.
I
as
know,
well.
I love that movie.
Yes. Also,
I think if I was getting chased by a killer and backed into a corner and he was about to kill me, I'd definitely hit him with the nobody puts baby in the corner.
I was
Our
thinking
baby.
about that and was going to say that because that's one of my favorite movies.
Great.
is it?
Thank you for taking that from me.
Oh, James.
Good
Wonderful.
job.
I'm not
Wonderful.
even lying. Like, I was thinking about it. So, thank you.
Good. Same level. Great minds think alike here.
That's true. And I just wanted to shout out one more time to the people who don't watch live on YouTube. They download on iTunes. We like to thank them and all the comments and all the ratings. We love it. Keep doing it this week, and it's the finale. Let's get those. This is going to be. You can already tell by the chat room. It's already crazy. Like this. Look at this. Crazy.
Crazy. We can barely keep up.
Gosh.
So
But join in. It's fun. It's fun over here.
It is fun to type to your friends.
It's so much fun.
Much like the AIM days. Where
Yeah, right? It's
Yes.
like
you
being
call
back in
name
a
or
chat room.
You've got mail.
ASL.
Yeah.
Pen pals.
H6
Pen
pals.
location.
I called it Instant Messenger.
I called it
IMing.
AIM.
No, I said IMing. I'm with you.
And IMing. Mm-hmm.
America Online.
We are divided.
Do you remember? No. Do you remember the discs? Sorry, we're way
AOL
off. But
discs?
do you remember like when you had to buy minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd like, oh, I've only got like 33 minutes left
Yeah.
of online time.
Yeah.
So I gotta buy more. So now we're aging. Now we're
We
separating
have,
from our
and like phone
audience.
conversations, you only got so much.
And the
Yeah.
dial-up, and you
Yeah.
could like
And then you
if
get kicked off.
You could either use the phone or be on the internet, not both.
And
You
calling
pick up
cards.
the phone.
You'd have to do calling cards.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Crazy.
sitting there in front of computer. Okay, we
Times
are
were
off
stressful.
topic.
Well, this
People,
kind
they're
of goes
so
right into
bad.
the first scene of the first episode tonight, Deadbeat, where she's organizing DVDs.
True
Who
statement.
organizes DVDs still?
I do so much. When she was doing that, and she was like, no, this is all wrong. You got to go by genres. I do the same thing every time. I always start alphabetical order, and then I'm like, no, this bothers me. I want to be in genres also, and then I want to be in alphabetical order.
I'm
Like,
totally with you, Hannah.
Thank you.
But you keep the physical, because I just broke free of this. I'm
I know.
addicted to physical media, and
Yeah.
I recently moved and had to kind of
Downsize.
save
Get rid
of all the
space.
boxes?
So I put them in disc holders, like disc books. And so now I had to get rid of all the cases. I'm like, I'm done with it. And it was a nice freeing moment.
Listen, I did the same thing for a hot second, but I actually kept them all. I just put them in boxes and like storage. But after doing that, I got a lot of anxiety about not having the movie cases anymore. So I started keeping all the new ones I purchased.
Okay. Sounds
And
like
me
we
and
need to talk.
my roommate keeps all of hers. So I organized all of ours in together.
Oh, nice.
And I even like labeled whose was whose. So
Look at
you know, when we
that.
like
Not sickness at all.
you know.
So we have limited time, so let's dive right in. At the very beginning of the episode, we see that they're searching Ravi and Major's place for evidence, and now we learn that everyone's going to be kind of a suspect. That's where we're at. Like, okay, Liv's going to be questioned eventually. Major is questioned. Ravi questioned right off the bat. So Basio knows someone's hiding something, but they have nothing to go on. No one.
Dude, I don't know about you guys, and I don't know why, but I was like I was nearly emotional the minute this episode started. I don't know why, like watching Liv go through all this stuff and everybody kind of, I don't know, she was constantly in a state of like despair and confusion, and I don't know, I felt bad for her the entire episode.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, like everything happened to her.
Yeah.
Everything bad
Oh,
happened
everything
to
bad.
her.
Everything.
Ugh, traumatic.
Everything. But we did learn that Mr. Brant Stone, Ken Marino, funny guy.
Oh my God, that made me so happy.
He's a funny guy. He had a great role in one of my favorite shows, Eastbound and Down.
Oh, God, I
a couple
loved
years ago.
Eastbound.
Well, and he's
down.
from Veronica Mars.
That's right.
He's really good. He's such a douche.
He's
Yeah.
so great.
He plays such a d-bag. I love it.
Very
so
well.
well.
It's like I hate that I
Almost too
love
well.
him, but every
Yeah.
time I see him and he comes on and acts crazy and mean and awful, I'm like, I love it.
Even though I just finished rewatching the entire Dawson's Creek series for like the third or fourth time, and I forgot that he was in it. He's in it. He
Who is
plays the
he?
professor that Joey sleeps with. Well, doesn't
Wow.
sleep with, hooks up with for a while.
Oh my god, I don't remember this.
No, I don't either.
Ken
It's been
Marino.
a while since I watched
Look
that
at you.
show.
And that was not a funny
Great.
character. That was him being serious. That was in his beginning days.
Oh wow.
Pre-douche characters?
Pre-douche.
Nice.
Pre-douche.
Amazing.
On
Pete.
Eastbound and Down.
Yes.
Who was he on Eastbound?
Oh, he was
He played this like the sports guy.
Yeah, the sportscaster.
Oh, the guy that he tricks into burying himself on live TV.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that
Yes.
has like the jet
Yes.
propulsion.
Yes.
Yes,
thing.
yes. All of this, yes. He's that
Yes.
Yes.
guy. And it's so good. He's so good.
He's so great.
Let's get into this whole jailbreak scenario because that's the first big storyline.
Yeah.
So how to get Major out of jail. So Liv and Major have a little powwow. And Ravi and Liv and Peyton all get together. Like, okay, what's the way to get him out of jail?
Right.
And there was a big moment where Liv and Major had like, okay, there was like, okay, you're gonna let me kill everyone in here and cause a gigantic apocalypse, or just give me the cure and erase my
Yeah.
memory. Liv wasn't going to have any of that.
No.
Did you think that she was going to go
No.
a certain
No.
way, or
I thought that was never going to be a possibility because
Yeah.
that would just be just as hard to get the cure in as it would
As
for
it
her
would
to get brains in.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. Never a possibility.
yeah,
Yeah, and then it was great because going home, Liv and Ravi had their conversation of what the plan of attack would be.
Yeah.
And then just very easily, she's like, oh, Ravi, just go head to the jail and just find out where he keeps the bodies.
I loved that conversation
And I
between
said
them.
out loud, how's she going to do that?
Yeah.
How's this going to happen?
Hey.
How's Ravi going to tell him that? What's,
Yeah.
How great
Right?
was that
Didn't I say
conversation?
that?
It was
did.
hilarious.
I'm like, obviously,
Yeah,
the conversation is tapped. How are you going to do
I
that?
know.
Anyway.
Video games.
Anyway, he did it. Via video
Yeah.
games. I
Very
thought that
clever.
was genius.
Yes,
really
I love
was.
Took
that.
Major
Ravi-
a minute.
Yeah, he struggled
Yeah.
with that for
It's
a
like
second.
that game that we play. What? Zombie Town.
You know, the frozen place
You're going to need to write this down.
where the zombies are frozen.
So after they both get the idea that they're both talking about the frozen bodies, it's okay. It's go time. Time to go to the storage facility. I forget the number. I thought I was going to play
15.
Is it 15?
Place.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay,
15.
all the freezers are empty. Done.
Oh, how much were we all like?
Dude,
know.
I knew that it was going to be Wings that did it, but I was
Wings.
I thought Wings was going to have killed them already. I was
I
not expecting
I
them
thought
to
they
be
were
down
just
there.
gonna like get out themselves and like
They
I
thawed.
don't know how they would get out, but like
The electricity failed and they just thawed and they were like,
Yeah.
That would be hilarious,
ourselves home.
actually.
right? What a failed plan.
I know.
Okay, so I didn't
be
think
funny.
automatically that it was Wings. I thought that maybe Blaine's team had a hand in
Oh,
it somehow.
really?
Yeah, because I think I remember Blaine sort of like, how was it? When Major was getting the people and putting them in the freezer, I feel like Blaine and him had some sort of interaction and Blaine was like, suspicious of something maybe. So I thought maybe he followed him to where the freezers were and knew about it and took, anyway, that was the thought that I had briefly.
I think I was all over Wings. I think it just needs
Yeah.
a Wings situation. And our buddy, what's his buddy that had a bad episode later on? His name just starts with a
Chief.
J.
Oh,
No,
a bad episode?
Janko.
Janko.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Janko.
Yeah.
sorry, some kind of involvement there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take a little sip of agua.
That's okay, you're allowed
Yeah.
to do such
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, we're kind of jumping around. I kind of want to
There's
combine
so
these.
much.
I want to combine it and treat it as one big episode.
Yeah.
So let's go to Blaine because bodies are gone. Not sure who. Okay, so something's evolving there. But now Blaine is in this. Trying to get brains from Scotty or Donnie. My bad, I wrote down
Yeah.
Scott E, but I mixed them up.
Donnie.
So of course Donnie's still running things.
He is.
But there's something going on with Blaine this whole episode. Was anyone getting a vibe with Blaine like something was coming back, like he was getting his memory back, or is he turning back into a zombie
I think
again?
I don't know. I agree with you. Something was going on with him, but I don't know if he was turning. Originally, I thought he was turning back into a zombie because of the way he was looking at the fridge and was like, "There's nothing to eat in here. There's nothing to eat in here." And I was like, "Are you looking for brains? Is that what the deal is? Are you
Yeah.
turning back into a zombie?"
So much food and nothing to eat.
But then the other part of me wondered if maybe even if that is the case and he is getting memories back or for whatever reason, that whatever memories he is getting back, he wants to stay on the good side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is not letting that show, that he may know what he did now.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't do much with him that first episode. It's like, oh, he's being kind, and he's hooking him up, and Robbie was kind of getting turned on him a bit. Like, oh, it's nice. But then he had a major role, no pun intended, the next episode. It was they're kind of gliding him into this. He's the one guy that there's so many questions now
with
going into the next. I mean, there's a lot of questions with a lot of people, but a lot of people met their demise.
Yeah, and he's playing it so perfectly because I don't think that he has his memory back or anything yet. I believe it. I believe that he didn't know anything, even to the end of the episodes. Like, I think that it's true. But at the very same time, if it came to be that he did know what was happening and that he was just like trying to, pull one over on everyone, it makes sense too. Like, his behavior is so perfect for either scenario. He's playing it really well.
Yeah.
He really, really is.
So that kind of puts a button on Blaine for that first half.
For the first half,
later.
yeah.
But the major issue was major in court, in and out of court. What did you think of the brain brownie protein bar that Liv
I thought it was going to
constructed?
be a great idea.
Well,
I was like,
it
this
was
is
the
just
best
so
idea.
I thought
I know.
whatever his character's name was, Kim Marino's character, I thought he was going to be the one who ate the bar, not his dog. And I was like, man, dude, that bar is not going to make it to major.
Yeah.
At all. I never thought it was going to make it there, but I really hoped that we were going to see Ken Marino, like, eating the Brains chocolate protein bar.
Well, and I thought it was like too...
They were so cool about it too in
Yeah,
the jail.
and it
They're
was like
yeah,
packaged,
sure, just have it.
and like packaged too well. Like Peyton packaged it too well, and it was like so suspiciously random. Like just give this one thing to him.
Well,
what I
she
would have
was-
done
Go ahead.
is put it into like a box of bars and been like, he needs his stash.
That's a little much.
Why?
He would figure it out. He'd eat them all.
Yeah.
So you don't think you don't think the
precisely.
cover up with it just flirting with Brandt that works fine? Like she just flirted with Brandt.
But just the one bar.
Yeah, it was
just
so
one bar.
weird. Just like,
the dude
here's
is dying, and he needs his
Yeah, he
amino
needed
acids
more
so
than that.
bad.
Yeah,
Just
but
the
he
one
only
bar
has
is good.
time. Okay, he's going to be questioned soon. Soon. So you can't give him. He's not going to be able. I mean, he could have. That would have been suspicious. Clive would have seen him eat 20 protein bars.
You think that's
So,
more suspicious?
Yes, I have a big box that he can't take into jail. So during questioning with Brandt, he has to eat this entire thing of brownies.
Can't your family bring food for you?
No,
I
In jail?
don't think you can bring
That
And
anything.
they like check it.
That old gag. Hey, I've got a cake
With
with,
the
a
nail
gun in it.
file?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I have a magazine
A
with,
gun
like, all this
cake.
shit.
I thought that you could, but they just like check everything.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like they'd have to mash it and like, here's your mashed cake.
I think if you get conjugal visits, there's like a room with a kitchen, so like you could bring ingredients to make a meal there.
Okay.
Or you can't come with like something already made.
Isn't there like an X-ray machine like at the airport?
That
There
would be
might
smart.
be,
I mean, it
don't
is the
entirely
future.
know.
Anyway.
Look on that
The
amazing
future.
computer of yours. It might tell you.
Oh, this thing.
True
Let's
statement,
see.
Jens.
Let's see.
Touche,
P.S.
sir.
To backtrack just a brief moment, we were talking about Blaine and if he does not know, the Dirty Nerdy Show, aka Christopher Not Walken. That's his show. He has a show. Check him out on YouTube, The Dirty Nerdy Show. He just said Blaine has to be getting his memory back because he planned an attack and he used the gun too well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like or he's going back into zombie mode and he ate some brains of like everyone else was of
Like
someone
Janko?
that was
Did
well
he eat Janko's
trained.
brains?
Yeah, it might have been a big Janko party.
Could have been.
I did
have
think
been.
it was kind of like a little suspicious when like the guys on Boss's crew, they shot Donnie, which I'm sure we'll go into a little bit more. But like immediately Blaine was like out the door, like didn't
He
even think
knew.
for a second. He like
Yeah,
just
it's-
bolted out.
Enough's coming back now.
Yeah,
But then again, there were two thugs with guns.
Exactly,
You
so
might be
it's
out the
like,
door as well. So I don't know.
I don't know.
But they kept having these long scenes of him like pondering things and things are coming
Yeah.
back to him. Either he's full of crap.
He's not full of crap. I love him.
I think he might be playing them now. I think
could
here's
see
what I
that,
think's
like,
happening. The last few
figuring
episodes,
out.
mind gone. No memory. But now it's coming back. But he's
likes it.
playing them because he knows it's going to help him. He's going to get Peyton back. Things are starting to roll in that favor. I really think
I
that
could see that.
his memory is back, but he's playing like it's not. That's what's
He's
happening.
not getting Peyton back.
It's going to be.
He's not
it's
getting Peyton
Going to be
back.
blatant.
No.
Or pain, or pain.
You can't give us Robbie
Pain is what
and
they're
Pain
calling
again.
it in the chat room.
Pain.
I like
No.
Even though that just sounds bad.
No.
This sounds bad.
No.
We're just on hyper. Like look at these notes. Like look at this. This is just too much happening here. We could just
I know.
like,
2
Are
pages.
they
of-
7 style notes there, Jared?
yeah, I actually wrote them in magazine clippings. Yeah, look at Max Rager meeting, push-ups, military contract.
And he has them
more.
numbered.
Like, look at all this. I mean, so we get we see that Vaughn is starting. He's going to get a big time lump sum
Billions.
from military contract because we had all that cut scene where one of the guys did 100 push-ups. And so we meet Vivian for the first time, who becomes a major player.
Yeah, they've replaced you,
Oh, my
Wings. Man,
God.
I don't know if I'm happy about that, but like I'm intrigued to see this direction that they're going. But I love Vaughn so much.
I know.
Oh.
I do too.
Yeah, that's
Makes
what I
it
miss about
so
it.
fun.
I feel like it's more believable being a military situation than a business.
I
Anyways,
agree.
I've always felt that the business thing was a little weird and how
Yeah.
are they ever going to get around it. But I hate to see Wings go.
Well, let's talk.
know.
That kind of we can just talk about his death because everyone's seen the episodes and
Right.
and we can jump ahead. So, can they? I was very hopeful for a moment. I don't know if anyone else was because he got attacked by all the zombies and you see Rita.
Right.
I thought she was going to kill the other zombies and keep him for some advantage in the
they took
future.
them
And then
both out.
30
Taken
seconds
prisoner.
later, I was like, oh, he's
I
dead.
still wanted him to be the test rat that they were talking about last episode. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I just don't think they could keep
They wouldn't have,
Wings
but-
around as a companion. Like, hey, you're
know.
gonna play the whole season 3 as a zombie, and he's like, cool, get all my scenes done in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could tape them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sad to see him go because he had
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many good, probably the best one-liners
oh,
consistently
easily.
in the show.
Easily.
Absolutely.
He's
Yeah.
so good.
He's so good, man. At least they gave him a good episode to
Oh,
go
yeah.
out on.
Yeah.
Like, he got to have a lot of fun, I feel like, in tonight's 2-part episode.
Definitely.
Like the dancing in the audience and everything. He just, dude,
Oh
he
my
had
God.
a, he had
Rob
a great
Thomas.
episode.
Yeah.
Rob Thomas.
You can't even dance to Rob Thomas music like that, really.
Right? Well, he,
He did
figured
it.
it out.
He did
Figured
it.
it out.
He
He
did.
did it well.
Side note.
Yeah.
You are not permitted to bring any item or substance that may be directly given to a prisoner.
Oh, what are you reading?
I looked it up. James told me to look it up.
Oh, okay. That was your parole officer.
So they could not bring food to Major. I stand corrected, but it does say
No brains allowed.
you can't bring any item or substance without the approval of a correction officer. Maybe would a correctional officer approve some brownies? Some protein bars?
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
they got lucky for Babs. I mean, it
Yeah.
was Babs.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was
It was
bad
Babs.
too. Okay, then this is the ADD episode. Just let's go Babs here.
Dude, it's hard
Let's
to
do it.
You know what I wrote
Babs.
in my notes at one point? I wrote hate Babs, and then the next line was like Babs because it was right after he was starting to get annoying where he's pressing everyone and he just doesn't know the future, doesn't know what's
The present.
the present, what's
Right.
actually
doesn't
happening.
know anything.
He doesn't know anything, and then the very next scene he's offering kind of Liv professional help, like, hey, you better
Which was really nice.
get your back straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the big bombshell. Let's get to it. This is the
I'm
one that
so
everyone's been
glad they did it.
The big one, there were like 10.
Well, this was.
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
finding
this is
out.
the big one.
Jared's big bombshell.
This is my big bombshell.
Okay, give it to us.
This is the one, 2 seasons worth. We finally get a mention of zombies with Clyde.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it turns this whole thing around. Bazio out the door. See you, Bazio. And then maybe we'll see
Sure.
Zombazio later. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see her.
See,
show up.
I agree with you. Every time like they show her, I'm like, she's either gonna get killed off or she's gonna get turned into a zombie. She just seems like a zombie character.
Why is that?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
Maybe it's the blue eyes. She
Yeah.
has blue eyes, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna make her a zombie.
Yeah, she's gonna be
A
a zombie.
zombie.
Blue eyes
And
equals
because it would
zombie.
just be so perfect for them to have Babs, who apparently is going to stay the only one for a while who's not a zombie, to end up dating a zombie.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be a cool thing to do. Or a smart thing to do.
So what did you all
Yeah,
think?
well, this was really interesting because we saw it go from a very small controlled situation. Only a very select few knew about the zombie situation. And little by little it was getting out. They finally told Clive. That was a huge step, but still relatively controlled. Then by the end of it, it went to learning about Vivian and that she is undertaking the whole zombie netherworld. I don't know.
Yes.
Like a whole nother
It's like
collection.
zombie police.
It's zombie police. and
Police
it's-
by zombies.
And they realized for the first time that it's so much more
Than what they
expansive.
thought.
We
yeah.
should have
Than what they
known.
thought.
We should have known that. I think as fans and as fans of the genre, zombie genre, there's always like,
more.
We're in a
there
bubble
is.
in
So
a town, in Seattle, like a little section.
Yeah.
You had to think, oh my God, there's got to be other people who returned, survived, and actually have access to brains somehow.
Right.
And now they've created like a whole soldier, like infantry of. Are they all zombies, or is Vivian kind of the boss?
Head zombie.
And she's zombies, but she contracted all these soldiers. Like, are they all zombies?
Could be
Could
either
be
or,
both.
that here.
Could be some zombie and some not, because we saw, our team, Liv and Ravi and Major, kind of go zombie, not zombie
Right.
relationships through the whole seasons. But everybody in the chat room is also saying that they're getting a lot of Walking Dead vibes from this episode, and so true, because in Walking Dead they're always finding new groups, new people. New people are popping up who've been
Super teams.
super teams.
I don't understand though with Vivian's like army and what she was like pitching to Liv. Like, it kind of makes it sound to me like she wants Seattle to be the whole zombie home base, like under wraps sort of city of zombie home base. That to me, that would mean that her entire team is zombies. And then I don't know if that means she's a good person or a bad person, because clearly she wants to protect zombies, but she wants to overtake this entire town.
I think someone said that in the chat room too. They were like, "Oh, I think I know who the new villain is."
Yeah.
and it's her. Yeah.
Ooh, new villain. Yeah, we do need a new villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's replacing Wings.
I know.
essentially. So
I feel like right now we think she's good, but I could see her turning
Not
into
being
something.
so
Well,
that
even
we're
the way
not.
she confronted Liv too was
Yeah.
Are you on our side?
eating the brains. So what are you
Yeah.
gonna do now? You on our side?
Yeah, it's going to be such a larger show now. It was contained, but
Yeah.
it was contained before, but now it's
Speaking
such a
of-
larger issue. But speaking of contained,
Yes.
Tuesday, April 19th on the CW, it's coming, and there's no cure. The greatest enemy comes from within. From co-creator of the Vampire Diaries, Julie Plec. Hope I announced that correctly. I can't speak tonight. I'm so
You're doing good.
stressed
You're
out.
doing fine,
All
Jared.
these deaths
So
and
fine.
Drake and Vaughn and what, Rita? There's Rita dead?
Rita.
Rita's dead.
God,
Yeah.
Jesus. She's an Emmy Award-winning director of Game of Thrones. Comes the riveting outbreak thriller Containment.
I'm excited.
Got a glimpse of that.
When a mysterious and deadly epidemic breaks out in Atlanta, a massive urban quarantine is quickly enforced. Loved ones will be torn apart, and those on both sides of the fence will be put to the ultimate test of survival, not just fighting disease, but fear, isolation, and the unknown, much like we're dealing with in iZombie. A lot of unnowns.
Yes.
And a lot. Now these shows have got to be back to back. Containment of zombies and containment of whatever this disease is. But this is a virus. This isn't zombies, and it's an act of Mother Nature, terrorism, or something far more sinister. Maybe zombies. The truth will not be contained.
Ebola.
Yeah, it could be Ebola. Secrets begin to unravel.
happened to
Society
people.
begins to crumble, but unlikely
Scary.
heroes will rise. Ordinary people will defy the most extraordinary odds, much like we do on the show every week. Don't miss the most utterly terrifying yet highly anticipated new series, Containment.
I'm excited.
The must-see limited series event premieres Tuesday, April 19th. That's right around the corner. Catch it only on the CW. So iZombie's ending, Containment is beginning.
Perfect.
It's a great transition, and then before you know it, it'll be season 3 of iZombie. So check out Containment on the CW. Now back to iZombie. You all right over there? Are you turning?
She's just
I
so
am.
excited. She like
gonna be
can't
Yeah.
contain her
Going
excitement over
to be great.
Fun.
Now, I wanted to get into this. I think this was the part of the episode that a lot of fans were waiting for. This was like that Romero-esque, and he got a name.
They called
drop
him the
tonight.
Romeros.
Yeah. If you're too far gone as a zombie,
The
you're a
super
Romero.
aggressive, crazy ones.
Don't
Yeah.
I
get your
prefer to
brains.
just say it hulking out. Like, I was really glad that that's the way that she showed. Well, I guess that's not true
No, it's a
because
different mode.
that's a different
It's
mode.
zombie mode. Yeah, hulking out. Now I can't use that. What are we
hulking
calling?
out?
What are we calling?
Hulking out.
Yeah,
The
what-
Romeros?
Yeah, the Romeros.
Oh, I
They're
confused
the
you.
Max
I'm
Rager
sorry.
zombies.
Yeah.
They're gonna. No, I thought the Romeros
they?
like when you just don't get enough.
They
or
don't
if you
get
don't get
enough
enough
brains.
Like
Yeah.
They're like
Major would
Prichard.
become a Romero if you
Yeah.
stayed in jail too long.
I thought they were also like testing Max Rager on them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
As well, but I think you end up just kind of being if you're like a zombie rat, then you're kind of just a Romero because you're just dead inside. You know, you're just done.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna bring you back.
Okay.
But this party scene with Rob Thomas, this was kind of the scene that a lot of fans were waiting for, like an all-out action, because we hadn't seen many people go zombie mode. And then, so what were all your feelings of, like, we're finally getting like this just onslaught of, like, you're seeing
loved it.
Clive, you know, kill zombie, like we're seeing these super teams.
Everybody involved.
Yeah.
How cool was it with
In
the
all
rock
the-
music?
I love
always.
the party
Tonight.
idea. I loved it. It was
Always.
perfect.
I did too.
Yeah, it did have a Romero like feeling that, like at one of his movies, like where you're seeing hordes
Yeah.
like up the ramp, and then
Yeah.
all the poor people who got killed or turned into zombies, and the security guard just ran off, which a lot of people would have done.
Right.
He saved a lot of people.
He
probably.
did.
did. He saved a
like
shit ton of
Lord
people.
knows he was just being a big old pansy, but I was like, if he let them out, then that would be like
Yeah.
a
Wreaking
real
havoc,
zombie
literally.
outbreak.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
apocalypse.
He's got to
Yeah.
leave. And of course, he
Run,
knew.
buddy, run.
Yeah. So we see all these badass scenes, and now this is the ultimate question. And then we brought this up. I thought Clive, there was a good chance they were going to have to turn him,
I know.
but they didn't.
They
because
didn't.
Vivian saved the day. But did anyone else think Clive? I mean, was
For
there
a
a shot?
second. For a second.
Like,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that circumstance, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That situation made me feel like, yeah, they're going to turn him. But at the
Yeah.
same time, for the show structure, I still think it's too soon for them to turn him. I think if they're going to, it's going to be like one of the last seasons because I expect them to have a long series.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it'll be like when third season is when everything starts to go a little downhill for a show generally, and they start to get a little creative and like do stupid things they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking after third season is when they may accidentally turn him into a zombie.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought everything was going down. So I was like, they're turning him.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't
thought he
really
would.
holding back. I mean,
No.
Vaughn dies.
Yeah.
Drake, sorry.
They were not holding back.
D. Murph, our
I
biggest
almost
fan.
cried. I'm not kidding.
She was
Tears
emotional.
close.
Very sad.
Very emotional there at the
know.
viewing station.
Yeah.
Rita dead.
I'm surprised on that one,
I
actually.
wanted
I
her to
liked
stick
her.
around. I kind of wanted her to be the new, like, because she had a lot of Vaughn qualities, you know, with her wit and
Right.
banter. I mean, she was in a box for weeks, and then she gets out and then acts just like Vaughn with
And
everyone
she
else.
looked so good as a zombie.
She
I
did.
was like, y'all,
She did.
hang on to her.
I think there was some chat room chatter about
Oh, it's ton.
about a lot about her as well. About sad
A
to
lot
see
of
her
people-
go.
and
She
a
had
lot of-
nice legs, I think someone said. Yeah, which is all true.
Someone
She
did
does.
say that, yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying that no, they didn't think that Clive was going to turn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there needs to be someone within the PD because now you have this rogue group, and then Liv and Babs and all these. They have to keep up appearances at the morgue and at the police station.
Right.
So it's going to be fun to see how Babs has to kind of sweep everything under a rug.
I know it.
So all the reports are going to be false next season. Like, you know, oh, what happened here at this crime scene? Okay,
I
we got to
know.
make this up. We got to make
It's gonna
this
be
up.
fabulous.
So I don't know where they're going to go to. Where are we at here? I mean, this was.
We're everywhere. It doesn't even matter.
We could
It's
go to
hard
the
to
rock.
say
We
where
could
we're
go
at.
back to Blaine because I kind of want to go
Okay.
back to his whole story because
Okay, cool. Cool. Cool.
Mr. Boss was featured heavily in this episode and his goons,
Right.
I call them. His
Goon squad.
His goons. So they
Me and my
kidnap
goons.
Peyton. And how many
No,
times
you-
can Ravi get hit with something in this episode?
Oh,
And,
gosh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Poor
Like
Ravi.
just
Okay,
always.
speaking of Robbie, can I bring up like a random thing
No,
that
it's-
no one will
this
probably
is-
care about
yeah,
but me?
let's do it.
We're just going to take a moment here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Liv gets injected with the stuff,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
whatever
yeah.
the stuff is.
Tranquilizer?
Yes.
Yeah.
The stuff. And so
Ravi.
Ravi was like, the EpiPen. And he grabs the EpiPen and he stabs it into her neck.
Yeah.
But I've seen some EpiPen information on the television. And apparently that's not where you inject it.
Yeah, you do it on your
Yeah.
leg.
On your leg, like a muscly
Yeah.
part of your body. Not straight up into your neck.
No.
So please tell me if anyone knows.
It plays better on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
But
On the neck. You can't just show like a leg.
at first I was offended because I was like, that's not the way it's done. But then I was like, well, maybe he knew that her situation was so severe that he was like,
That's,
into
like,
the neck.
direct.
And maybe if you're a zombie, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all the rules are
All
out the
is
window.
fair in
Yeah.
zombieism.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had to just get that out. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I loved Robbie shaking
Yeah.
his teacup,
Yeah,
though.
well-
That was really cute.
We got like a mixture of Ravi because Ravi wants to have guts, and he does. He
Right.
does because he's a guy who works in a morgue, and
Yeah.
that's what makes me think that Blaine. What's that? Okay,
Nothing.
I pun as well.
that kind of is
Which
could
way
be a
did you
pun.
mean that? It could be.
But I think that Blaine really did make Ravi look terrible this episode. Like really set him up. That Blaine knows what's going on, he wouldn't have done that. He was such a shy. Oh, my memory's wiped out. So what do you all think about? Okay, where are we at with this? This is a trio that could be going into season 3 with Blaine and Peyton and Ravi, because we see at the end there Blaine and Peyton Payne and a hugging embrace.
Right.
And Ravi was like, what, about 1 minute too late by looking like he could have been a badass. Like that was his moment.
True.
I don't think
what do
it
you
means.
expect him to do?
I don't think it means anything. I think that Peyton, she was being held up. Of course, the first person she sees that saves them, she's gonna hug and cry in their arms, regardless of who it is.
He knows what he's doing though.
Yeah.
Blaine knows what
absolutely.
he's doing. He took some kind of brain or took something because he wouldn't have had those guts. He had no memory. Like all of a sudden he's got the goggles, he's got the night vision, he's shooting, he's picking everything off. Like
Right.
he set something up, but he knows exactly what he's doing.
But I still don't think he remembers his relationship with Peyton. I really don't think that he does.
Maybe.
Maybe not
think
fully,
that
but I
was-
feel like he still has that like attraction toward
Oh,
her.
totally.
You know?
I feel
who
like that
wouldn't?
was just like an idiotic move of not knowing bro code yet because he's slightly an idiot right now.
What's the abbreviation
But I
for
don't think anything will
JS?
happen with that.
Ravi talk here. It
JS.
says
For JS.
Where are you
Ravi
looking?
is going to lose Peyton if he doesn't man up and stop being an insecure. I don't know. Maybe it's a
Just
bad
saying.
spelling.
And if he
That
doesn't
was our
stop
boy.
being
That was our boy.
insecure, though, just saying.
Oh, just saying. So I don't know. Just saying.
Now
On
you do.
AIM, all we had was like.
ASL.
J/S.
Age, sex, location.
Oh yeah,
W
ASL.
caret
Oh
U.
my God, yeah,
That's right.
ASL.
That's totally right. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
then.
man.
And BRB.
Oh, man.
Yeah, BRB. I remember BRB. That was good.
Away messages.
BRB.
Sorry.
I say that
Focus.
still to this day in real life.
I do too. It's really bad.
I'm like, BRB. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only
In
one
real life,
using that.
IRL.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
Oh, and the
BRB
originals.
will stick forever, okay?
Yes.
It
We'll
will.
say that forever.
It will.
In real life.
Ah, and we
BRB.
have what is this? Eiling
Look at, here.
Bronang.
Aisling?
Just saying.
Aisling?
Yeah, Aisling.
Thank you.
Could be Eiling.
Jared
right?
thanks you.
Yeah, it could be. Thank you. So where does that leave us? I mean, where are we going with this? Because Max
Connor?
Rager gone.
Yeah.
So is Max Rager now, like you all were saying, is Max Rager now replaced by this
Yes.
Yeah.
zombie
Headquarters. I
killer
think it's going to
group?
be like just a zombie headquarters.
So it's good. This is kind of a prediction, but not really. But so we're leading into season 3.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of good guys, bunch of people on the good side.
Right.
So let's just get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into predictions.
I was going to say, I feel like with this episode, it being so big and long, the only way to cover it all
Yeah.
is by predicting.
Let's get into
Right?
let's get into it.
There's so much happening.
Let me turn my page here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as soon as I heard about this whole like Vivian thing at the end, my thought was kind of like, okay, like Ravi's been working on this cure. Maybe they have some new insight, and maybe it's gonna be like a school of zombies, and they already have like a whole science team of their own. And it's just gonna be crazy.
That's true. They probably
Yep.
do have a whole science
They just
team
seem
on their
so
own.
like smart and intelligent, and they know what they're doing, and came in.
Oh my God! But then is Ravi going to be kind of like dust under
Because
the rug?
he's a
you
team
know
of
what I
his
mean?
own. And
Well, maybe
they-
his role
I
will
just
change
think they
now.
have a whole team. Yeah.
Because we saw a peak of him being suspended when they thought that, when they arrested
Right.
him and thought he was involved.
Right.
So he was suspended for, this portion of an episode. And maybe something is for him in that role now.
Yeah, like they'll bring him
Yeah,
on board
he
too.
has the knowledge
Absolutely.
for them in this zombie world, but maybe things will happen to make it so that
Yeah.
he's not the main doctor anymore.
I just had a vision.
Oh my God.
Go for
What
it.
is it?
Oh
What
my God.
is it?
Every time she has a vision, I think she's gonna drop whatever she's drinking. Does anyone else think that? She's with beer.
I
I'm like,
know.
don't drop the beer. Don't drop
Throws
it.
it?
Are you all familiar with Romero's zombie movies? or-
Yes.
Like a little
So
bit.
Day
not,
of the
like,
Dead,
totally.
and
Yeah.
hopefully all the zombie junkies will like this. Day of the Dead is all underground, and he always had a social message with all of his zombie movies, like the one in the mall, like we're obsessed with consumerism, and all the zombies are attracted to the mall. Now, Day of the Dead, they're all underground, and there's a lot of military people. And they start
need to
running
catch up on
things.
that.
They start running things, and his whole message in that is about the military having too much control, the government having too much control. So I think he's going kind of Romero here, and Vivian kind of signifies this group of military who they're going to concede too much control to.
Right.
And also in the movie, there's a doctor who the military kind of uses to test zombies. So I think Ravi is going to be used.
I do too.
Kind
That's-
of almost kidnapped. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you have to help us. And he's going to be in kind of a really bad situation.
I think
for
he's
next
going to be
season.
taken advantage of all of next
Yeah.
season for
Yeah.
a hot minute.
Yeah.
That's a good theory.
And if things do go weird with Blaine and Peyton, and now that Babs knows, I fear that Ravi may feel a little slighted by everybody. So being taken advantage of by this military, he would be more susceptible to. You know what I mean? Because he wants to feel wanted somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Did you
And-
have a prediction, Blake? Or did you already say one?
I think I agree with all of you.
Oh, my
And
God.
Blaine's gonna kind of like take Ravi's, Ravi's gonna feel like Blaine took his spot in the group.
Oh,
So you don't think Blaine's going to
Sansies.
be right back to
I
it?
think Blaine's staying on the good side for a little bit, even if he ends up manipulating them. But I think he's gonna seem to be on their team for a while.
Yeah, that cloud of the cure messing you up, I think, has to go
Yeah.
into season 3 for a while.
Yeah.
Because that you can use that. Like, there's got to be some strength on Ravi's side. Like, hey, hey, this is a semi-cure, but like they have to use that to their advantage. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's, they don't have the numbers.
And you're talking about all of this sort of like military influence
Yeah.
and how it happened in Romero's movies. It
Yeah.
also happens. It's sort of a common theme. It happened in 28 Days Later.
True. Yep.
And same thing, like military was kind of taking over and they were trying to get help and they didn't help them. It was like the opposite of it. And it produced one of my favorite scenes in any horror movie
Which one?
where where he goes to the military guy and he smashes his eyeballs in with his thumbs.
Always a good move.
Oh, the best. Anyway, side note.
Is that how you would kill a zombie?
Absolutely. That's how I'd kill. That's how
Anyone?
I'd kill Jared.
Gee.
What movie would you quote when you did that?
I don't know. Oh, I'm
Some-
not good with these
I know,
quotes.
You know,
That's really
something from
hard.
Here's
Duck
looking
Soup.
at you, kid.
Oh, Jimbo.
Yes, and so that whole theme of, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, what was on that? Just like,
Okay, sorry, it was-
I was thinking about you killing people,
heavy.
and it was a lot for me.
Just play your cards right.
I was
Yeah,
trying,
that's what I
I
was
was trying to
thinking.
look at the chat and see if we had any good, now that we're kind of putting a bow on the
Yes.
season and it's
Yeah.
going to be sad, we got to say bye.
What do we think though of Liv and
Yeah.
Major and Clive and Ravi
Yeah.
and the whole kind of team about this newcomer Vivian? And if she is sort of bringing this sort of military force, are they just going to go along with it?
I think they're gonna trust
Are
her
they gonna
fully. Yeah. I just
Okay.
have
For a
this weird
second.
thing. I don't know. I
Few
just really
episodes.
feel like,
go with
Yeah.
it to
Yeah.
feel it out and
Yeah.
see what she's about.
and then
Yeah,
they're
you have
gonna
to.
find out that she's bad.
Yeah. In what way is she going to be bad? Are they just going to have too much? They're going to want too much control.
Too much control. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm like, because she doesn't. I'm confused with her, really. I really am. Like, if she's protecting zombies or if she wants more of them, because why would she. Was she purchasing and buying out Max Rager because she wanted access to Max Rager and control of it? Or was she purchasing it to have its demise? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a continuous outbreak. Like, I don't think we know her motives yet.
Right. Agreed. Too soon.
And we
Yeah.
also, another great point here, Connor keeps mentioning. Connor, what is that? Not your business.
Not your business.
Keeps mentioning about
I like that.
what
That's
will
clever.
become of Major and his ticking clock. Thank you for the reminder, because we all kind of
yes.
forget
Oh, gosh,
that
yes.
he still hasn't taken the cure that Blaine did.
Yeah.
And so they don't, I mean, he should be croaking at any moment.
That's so true. Oh.
So I don't know. I mean, Major's in trouble as soon as we start season 3.
Yeah,
So I don't
true
know
statement.
where they're going to go with that. He's obviously going to have to be in the first episode, but
Yeah.
that might be the trouble at the beginning, because we have all of these good people. So you need some kind of turmoil within the group. Like, Major's dying, so because you need a distraction. Because there's no, like, you can have maybe some deep cases, but
Right.
there needs to be something that happens internally where they are searching for cures and questioning people and
Right.
questioning drug dealers. Because Boss is still around, so he's still one of the main, bad people in the
Yeah,
show. And
right.
we're kind of forgetting about him. I don't know what kind of influence he's going to have, but it's obviously not good.
Right.
And he's, kidnapping people. So that's going to be, I think, the enemy of everyone first. And the military people are going to come through. They're going to be held up here. And then
Right.
it'll slowly decline. Because boss is the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
there's all the
that's our
Utopia
analysis.
And Donnie, and what's Donnie gonna be doing?
Oh yeah, what's going on with him? I had a question about him. I
'Cause
wanted
he's
to see what you all
shot,
thought.
but-
He didn't turn into. Why didn't he get into zombie mode right away? He's a
Yeah,
zombie.
because I thought
Yeah,
he
I
was a
thought he
zombie.
was.
Yeah, as soon as you get aggravated.
I also thought that Chief, the big guy with the eye patch,
Yeah.
I thought he was a zombie too. But then he got shot in the head, so maybe
Yeah.
that's his excuse. But
It's
yeah,
his excuse.
That's his
Yeah,
excuse.
Donnie-
I have an excuse. I have shot in the head.
Yeah.
I liked him. I miss him.
I know, but I wish they would have given him more. They never really gave him enough to really, for me to
He's a
care
good
whether
sidekick.
he died or
good
not.
sidekick. He's good in a tag team.
Donnie.
But Donnie,
No,
I
no,
actually
our
thought
big
they were
guy.
going to kill
Oh,
him
our
off
big
for a
guy.
second, but I was like, hold up, y'all. Y'all gave him a
need
new
Donnie.
character to keep him on this show, so
Yeah.
you can't just take Donnie off.
Yeah, there's still plenty of.
I feel like maybe he actually played banjo too.
You think? Wait.
Oh,
look at him,
yeah.
Looked
He was pretty
like he
good.
was playing it.
It did.
Donnie's, that actor's probably a kid from Kentucky. I bet you anything he plays that banjo.
Yeah. Do you play?
No. But my old roommate from Kentucky did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I don't know.
I don't.
Is that a Kentucky thing?
So the more we
Sit
talk,
around and play the banjo.
what? How do you say banjo?
Banjo.
Banjo. The more we talk, the more we kind of realize that there are plenty of bad eggs on the show. You know what I
Plenty.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
So there's going to be plenty of people to be against, and I also think Blaine's going right back to the dark side sooner than you think. Within the first half of the next season, he's going right back to his old
Blaine ways.
his old tricks. It's
If
gonna
he
happen.
starts
Yeah.
sleeping with Vivian, which is possible.
Vivs.
Cool.
Oh man, I like Vivs. I recognize her from another show, and I can't place it. If any of the fans know where Vivian's from, let us know, because I know she's been featured in a couple of shows. But this show might take a Walking Dead turn. Like, it might.
I know. I kind of like. Don't you kind of see like the military zombies, and then all of them being like the street zombies,
But the
ready to like
fans
stand
love-
up and fight for what's
Yeah.
right.
True.
The fans do love the fans love how everything's, because if you go down that road, where there's no more. There's no more. What am I looking for? Like an actual
Life
community and
structure,
society.
yeah,
There's no
yeah.
structure, so it breaks down the whole show. So I don't
Right.
think they'll go down, because everyone loves that. Everyone has like a job and everyone has
Yeah.
their place in
Exactly.
the show.
And then it would probably take away the Rob Thomas-esque, like, joking manner of it all, I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
if that was the case.
Yeah. Speaking of Rob Thomas, we were all hoping to get Rob Thomas zombie mode.
I know.
And we know that he was probably turned for a second, but we didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
But we do
But
know
how
that
much-
they ate his brain.
Right.
Which is
They ate
fun
it.
still.
And how much does writer Rob Thomas get the Matchbox 20 Rob Thomas reference?
I'm
All day,
all the
every
time.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had to use him.
yeah.
And he can he's still got the pipes, huh?
Dude, he looks great.
Good. He's real good.
Yeah, I thought he
looks
was a new
great.
single. I'm like, CW usually has a new single. I'm like, does Rob Thomas have a
Me
new
too.
single? I'm like, this came out when I was
And I
like
thought
20.
Yeah.
Wings said something about it being like a new single, and we were like, "What is this a new single? What's this new single?" And then we were like, "Wait a
He's
second,
gonna
wait,
play the
no,
banjo?
wait, I know this song. I know. Don't you know this song? No, it was really good.
But I do like how they ate his brain and they're just all playing
I did
like
too.
him at the end. That was kind of a cool
Yeah.
scene.
Like, I
That
wonder
was.
if that was his choice, because I feel like I imagine if you ask Rob Thomas to be on like iZombie, like it would either be okay, I'll do it, but I either get to be a zombie or somebody's eating my brains. Like, which one do you think you went for?
Yeah.
Do you think that was the one he chose? Or do you think they told him that's what was happening?
Well,
That would have.
I mean,
there would've been a
given the
catch.
circumstances of the episode, I feel like he would have had to die because if he
Yeah.
didn't,
Yeah,
it would
but-
be like bringing him over to season
Exactly.
3.
I know,
Which
but they
would
could
be
have made him a
interesting.
zombie and then shot him.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm not down for that. Just one is great.
He's got
He's
a
like,
tour.
I just sing.
Yeah.
I'm not a zombie. I sing.
But I'll do it.
But I'll do it.
And then I'll do.
But I'll do it.
But I'll do it. But I'll do it.
It's great. I enjoyed it.
I wanted to get everyone's final opinion on the food. We talked about it all season. All the brain food.
Yes.
All the creative ideas, the omelets, the pizzas, the shake. A lot of shakes going on, a lot of protein shakes.
Today
That's
was
the
like
easy
a
way.
like a bagel spread.
Oh yeah,
the
that
bagel
was
spread.
kind of
Good
disturbed
sound.
me.
Good sound
spread.
though with the toasted bread. I like that sound.
Yeah, I don't know why that one
Call in with
disturbed
your
me
favorite
today.
sounds. Yeah, that
I was
disturbed
like,
you.
I don't know.
Favorite sound.
Did you like the protein bar today? That was creative.
I liked the
Do
idea.
you think
of that.
you think it would be a bit a lower dosage though, because
That's
it
what I
kind of
thought too.
tainted?
Yeah.
I was like, Major's gonna need more than that, you fools.
But I know D Murph's got to think. What was your favorite food? You had a lot of opinions about the food.
I
all
know
year.
I
You're
did.
Like, what's some of your
I
favorite
think
ones?
she recently made like a stir fry.
That's
that
what
looked
I'm saying.
Pretty good.
It
Yeah.
looked delicious.
I was
Thai.
like, I feel
The Thai
hungry.
stir fry.
Yeah. That was a
Yeah.
good one. I like the
But there's
pizza.
been a lot of great ones.
The
Yeah.
sushi will always.
The
Yeah.
sushi.
I like the sushi.
Because you might fall for that.
Yeah, I would.
Yes,
You would
I
fall.
would.
I like the ones where you'd fall for. So you'd fall for obviously pizza because it's like, oh, it's a topping, right? Something.
Right,
Sushi. And
Stir fry.
Yeah.
yeah, you would.
Like
fall,
shrimp.
yeah,
Mystery
that's,
meat.
You know, this is starting to scare me a
Yeah.
bit. That this is a bit scary. That we're all just like, oh, you could fall for anything. Could be just
mostly everything.
brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's put a bow on. Any final thoughts? You know, goodbyes for now. Never goodbye because we're going to be on Twitter talking about this show forever.
That's true.
Forever.
This is a good, quick little wrap up.
Yeah.
Connor, not your business, asked a question.
Yeah.
If you got into iZombie for at least one episode, what would you want to have happen to you? We could even suffice it for after show purposes just to say, would you want to be zombie or would you take the Rob Thomas approach? And would you get killed real quick?
I would want to know what I looked like with white hair.
Yeah. I'd go full on zombie mode
Yeah.
for a while, I think.
Yeah, I
It'd be
kind of
fun.
want to. I want to die slow moment as a human. Like I want to die like where I'm like you get the close and I'm kind of like,
Like
oh
the
my, what
suffering?
did you do? Moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, you know, I don't know. The white hair would be kind of cool. What about yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, zombie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe Romero mode, full on. I wouldn't mind going
Oh,
full
yeah.
Drake.
Drake,
You know.
yeah.
Yes.
By the way, still great hair. So
Yeah,
I think
still
that's the
looks
whole
great.
thing.
I know.
This show has taught us no matter what, no matter what's going on in your life, zombie, not a zombie, Romero mode, you can always have great hair.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm
Always
moving
be
to
styling.
Seattle.
Yeah.
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 Great hair in Seattle.
Yeah, well, really with
Apparently.
Yeah, now it's a little wet and humid for them. Gonna get some Pantene. Where can everyone find everybody on Twitter, on social media?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at dmurph625.
Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
And I'm Blake V. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
Jared Gilkerson at Gilkerson Radio. I also wanted to, if you were on any other show, since this is the last iZombie, I host a boxing show on Sundays. So if you're a boxing fan, there's matches on Saturday. You can watch on Sunday. And then tomorrow's show, Mondays and Thursday nights. What other shows can everyone find you on?
I will be on Real Housewives of Dallas. So tune into that one.
Nice.
That will be exciting.
Nice.
Brand new city, brand new people.
Yeah.
People.
All of my shows will now be on a break for a few weeks, but when they come back, I think Pretty Little Liars is going to come back pretty soon, so I'll be on that one. But also, in the meantime, if you are in the Los Angeles area, I am currently doing a play right now at the Blank Theater in Hollywood.
Check
it is
it
running
out.
until May 1st.
see it.
It's really great. Come and
Yeah.
check us out.
And my shows are on break too, but I do a lot of the dance shows, America's Best Dance Crew. That will be back sometime soon, so stay tuned.
Yeah, and we might have a nice iZombie reunion at an iZombie bar.
Yeah.
So if you see some strange photos floating on Twitter, you know we're getting into some mischief. Yeah. But
It'll be
until
Bloody
then-
Marys, don't worry.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just tons of Bloody
Naturally.
Marys. Yeah. Until then, we'll see you for season 3.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Scratch you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.